Hi folks, this is Vicki from patternprincess.com. Today I want to show you how to do a solid granny square. And if you notice, this one here has no seams on the side. I was able to achieve this. I had one of my followers tell me, well, how come you don't use the corner to join your yarn and for each round? And I thought, well, I don't even know what she's saying. I don't understand what she's saying. So then I looked at different patterns and I worked at it and I figured it out. And actually, I know that it's this corner. This is the corner that I use to start each round. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute here. But as you can see, there are no joins, no seams on the sides where you really want it to look nice for your solid granny square. And as you can see, this one here I made, I think there's 8 rounds. Yep, 8 rounds. And this is a quite nice square. I'm working on making a blanket of these that's going to be reminiscent of maybe a quilted blanket with half square triangles and everything else. So we're going to see how this is going to turn out. But these are the colors so far that I've made of this in. And here's the last one. And there's 2 more colorways that I've used for the blanket. But those I'm going to have to try and figure out how to change color and just have the color on one side. This is a square, a smaller square that I've started. I've only, what am I, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds. And so you can see how this looks as a smaller square. Let me get my yarn out of the way here so you can really see. There we go. See the square itself. That looks like a very nice square to be able to be joined. So I'm going to get on with the pattern here. The yarn that I've used today is 24/7 cotton yarn from Lion brand. And this color here is goldenrod. The other colors were like tangerine, chocolate. I can't remember. I can't remember what the other one was. But when I get the pattern written, when I do the blanket, I'll have all of the colors listed. But for right now, I'm using goldenrod. And I'm going to be using a size H hook. So let's get started here. So I like to leave a little bit of a tail, because then it's really nice to weave in. And I put my fingers through the yarn, bring it through, and then I'll just pull one of the loops through. And that is how I start my crochet. And there we go. Now I got to make sure I separate which one's the tail. So now I'm going to start this off with a chain 3. So here we go, 1, 2, 3. Then in that first chain that you created, we're going to yarn over and we're going to do 2 more double crochet. Okay. So here's 1. Whoops. And then 2. And then just as you would a normal granny square in the corners, so I'm going to do my first corner. I'm going to do a chain 2. And then right back into that same hole, we're going to do 3 double crochet. So this is going to create the second side. As you'll see it start to take shape here in just a minute. And then here's my third. It's hard always to go slow. Here we go, 3, and then chain 2 for your next corner. And then we're going to do 3 more double crochet in that. My yarn twisted here. We go 3 more right in that same spot. So here's 1, 2, and then 3, and then 2 2 chains, 1, 2, and so now we only have, see, we have 3 of our sides, so we have to have a 4th side. So now we're going to do 3 more double crochet right in that same spot. 1, 2, 3. And this here is just, this is just my beginning loop. So that's okay, we're all right. And then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then in that third loop, I should say the top chain of the first chain 3, we put our hook through and we do a slip stitch. So now I'm going to make this bigger here. And so you can see we have our beginning of our granny square. This is the centerpiece of our granny square right here, okay? All right, so here's where the magic comes in. And round 2 is really what's going to be done the entire pattern. The only difference is that you're going to have more stitches each time. You're going to have 4 more stitches each round, or I should say each side with each round. I got to say that right. So we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, and then right back into the same chain 2 space. We're going to work a double crochet. So we're going to go right back in here and work your normal double crochet. All right, and then we have 3 double crochet. So now you got to make sure you do 1, 2, 3 double crochet in the top of those other stitches. So each round, and remember each side, each round you're going to gain 4 stitches. So here's our 3. Oops, I have a little bit tight there. It'll come through. Here we go. All right, so we've done our chain 3, double crochet that's inside the chain 2 space, and then our 3 double crochet, 1 on top of each one. Then in this next corner, this next chain 2 space, we're going to work 2 double crochet, just like you would a regular granny square. And then another double crochet here. Oopsies. And then a chain 2, and then 2 double crochet. So you can see in each corner you're having your 2 double crochet, which is adding on those 4 stitches to each side. Okay, so now we have one side done. So now we continue on with our double crochet above each stitch. So here's 1, 2, and always just a little bit tight there, 3, and then in the corner, I gotta get more yarn, we're gonna work 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So here we go. So 2 double crochet. Here's 1. Here's 2, chain 2, and another double crochet. And then another double crochet. And then we got a double crochet on top of each stitch. There we go, there's 1. Oopsies. We're going to catch them. We're going to catch them right back in there. Maybe not. Oh, here we go. 2, and then that third one, and then 2 double crochet in that corner, and then chain 2, 2 double crochet, and then we're down to our final side, and we're just going to continue what we've been doing with our double crochet on top of each double crochet. So here's 1, 2, and then we got to sneak one in here. Sneak, come on, you can do it. There we go. And then 2 double crochet in that corner, and that first chain 3 did count as a double crochet. So, and we know we went backwards and did a double crochet. So there's our 2. Both of these counts as our 2 double crochet in that corner. So now all we do is we do a chain 2, and then we slip stitch into the top. See that, into that top 2 loops of the first, or the top chain 3 of the first. In the first 3 chain 3s. I think I said that right now. So here we go. Here's round 2, and we're going to continue that and just continue to grow this as big as we want it. and you don't have any side seams. All of the work is done in the corner. And I do think, as I look at the bigger one, now I gotta look a minute. So this is my corner that I did it in. I do think that this is a little bit, I mean, if I was really going to critically look at it, I think that this is a little bit bigger. It seems like a little bit bigger hole. But I think unless you're really critically looking at it, I don't know how well you can really tell that these here are worked any different than these. Your stitch count will be correct if you do it this way. So now at the end of row 2, let's count. We should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's correct. The next round, you're going to add 4 more. So the next round, you're going to have 11. And the next round will be 15. And so each time, you're going to continue to go on each side. Each row, each side that you count will continue to go up by 4. The whole thing would go up by 16 stitches around. So again, all we're going to do is repeat row 2, but we'll just have more that we're going to crochet in the end here. So we do a chain 3, yarn over and go right back into the chain 2 space and do our double crochet. And then here's our first stitch, and we're going to just start doing our double crochets until we get to the other end. And then we do our 2 double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochet. My yarn was catching. And that's all that there is to this pattern. But gosh, I just love the results with the no seam. I was trying to figure out how this might be accomplished. And it's, well, it's been a labor of love. It's been a few months actually of trying and figuring and thinking and, trying to figure out what did she mean? How do you do this? How might this work? And I actually haven't figured out if it would work on a traditional granny square either. I do have it working for the solid one here, as you can see. And then our 2 double crochet, chain 2, 1, 2, and 2 double crochet. And then again, we just continue the pattern, and we would continue working our double crochets all along the side, 2 double crochet, chain 2 in each corner, and a double crochet on top of each one. And then you end this one with 2 double crochet, chain 2, and a slip stitch right into this stitch right here. And it is starting to take shape. Hopefully you can see it's taking shape. And this is, again, how this will look as it continues to grow and get bigger. So I hope that you give this solid granny square a try, and try this method of starting your row in the corner. This really works nicely. So thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day.